Why?
Well, she might enjoy it. This one's retired from Pantomime for 16 years.
Yes, a long Good Friday, but how terribly long. And the snow lies outside like straw outside the house which is dying. Every sound has ceased, except for the bass of the organ which I can hear even here.
I suppose Mother has gone to evening service.
Yes, she couldn't bear to go to morning service. People's eyes wound her.
How strange all these people are. They expect us all to keep out of their way. They think it right and proper.
Yes, and they may be right.
For the false step of a single member, the whole family is banned.
Yes, so it is. Look at those two.
Isn't it beautiful? And how well they agree.
What luck that Eleanor is so quiet. If only it would last.
Why shouldn't it?
Because good luck usually doesn't last long. Today I'm afraid of everything.
Look at them.
And have you noticed how changed Benjamin is? Instead of sulking, he seems calm and resigned.
How very gentle and sweet her whole nature is. One cannot properly say beautiful.
And she goes about. She brought with her an angel of joy who goes about invisible. Even Mother, when she first saw her, showed such a calm as I never expected.
Do you think she's quite cured now?
Yes, if only that extreme sensitivity did not remain. She sits now, reading the story of Christ's Passion, and sometimes she cries.
Well, I remember we did that in school too. On Wednesdays in Lent.
Don't talk so loud. Such a sharp ears.
But not now. She's so absorbed.
But have you noticed how something dignified, something noble has come into Benjamin's face?
It's suffering. Happiness makes everything commonplace.
Perhaps it's rather a love. Don't you think those two young people...
Shh. Don't touch the butterfly's wings, else it'll fly away.
They're looking at each other and only pretending to read, I think, for they're not turning over the pages as far as I can hear.
Shh.
Look, how she can't control herself.
Poor Eleonora. She does not know how well she means.
Now I must go back to my reports.
Can you see any point of all this reading?
Only one to keep hope alive for Mother. But though I too only pretend to read, yet the words prick like thorns in my eyes. The evidence of the witnesses, sums of money, Father's admissions, as for example, the accused confessed amidst tears. So many tears. And these documents with their stamps, which remind me of forged banknotes or prison locks, and the tapes and the red seals. Like the 5 wounds of Jesus. Sentences without end. Everlasting torture. It was a fitting task for Good Friday. Yesterday, the sun shone. Yesterday, we went into the country in our imagination. Christina, fancy if we had to stay here all summer.
Then we should save a good deal of money. But it would be sad.
I should never survive it. I've stayed here 3 summers, and it's like a tube. In the middle of the day, one sees the long grey street winding like a trench. Not a soul, not a horse, not a dog. And from the sewers, the rats come out as the cats are away on their summer holidays. And inside, looking in their window mirror, are a few people who have been left behind. They sit and spy out their neighbours' clothes and say, "Look at that fellow wearing his winter clothes," and their neighbours' down-at-heel shoes and their defects. And from the poorer quarters steal out cripples, people who had been in hiding, people without noses and ears, bad people and unhappy. They sit in a great promenade and sun themselves just as if they had taken the town. Well, not long ago, pretty well-dressed children played to the tender, encouraging words of their beautiful mothers. They are now tramp flocks of tatterdemalions who curse and torture each other. I remember a Midsummer's Day 2 years ago.
Oh, my dear. Last night, he wanted the darkness to return, so that we could hide from people's eyes. The darkness is so delightful, so good for one, you said. It is like pulling the blankets over one's head.
You see, the misery is equally great either way. The worst thing in this case is the impertinent questions about Father's way of life. It says that we had splendid parties. One witness says that he drank. No, I can't go on. It's too much. But I must, to the end. Don't you feel cold?
No, but it's not warm either. Isn't Lena at home?
No, you know she's gone to communion.
I suppose Mother will be home soon?
I'm always afraid when she's been out because she hears so much and sees so much and everything's bad.
There is an extraordinarily melancholy strain in your family.
That's why only melancholy people ever wish to associate with us. Cheerful people have shunned us.
That was Mother coming through the kitchen door.
Don't be impatient with her, Christina.
Of course not. It's worse of all for her. But I don't understand her.
She hides her shame as best she can, and that's why she's hard to understand. Poor Mother.
Good evening, children.
Good evening, Mother.
Mother. You're all in black. It's morning.
Is it still snowing outside?
Yes, it's sleeting. It's cold in here. Well, my little girl, you are reading and studying, I see. But you're not studying much. There, my child.
You were at evening service, Mother?
Yes, it was a curate and I don't like him.
Did you meet anybody you knew?
It would have been better if I hadn't.
Then I know who.
Lindquist. And he came up to me.
How cruel! How cruel!
Asked how things were, and imagine my horror, asked if he might come round this evening.
On the evening of a holy day?
I was speechless, and he understood my silence to mean consent. He might really hear it any minute.
Here, now.
He said he wanted to leave a paper, which was urgent,
He will take the furniture.
but he looked so strange. I didn't understand him.
Well, let him come. It's the law on his side and we must submit.
If
We
only,
must receive him properly when he comes.
if only I was spared the sight of him.
Yes, you can keep indoors.
But he mustn't take the furniture. Where would we live if he took all our things away? We can't live in empty rooms, can't we?
Foxes have their holes and birds have their nests. There are homeless people who live in forests.
That's where rogues should live, not honest folk.
Now, I must read, Mother.
Have you found any mistake?
No, I don't think there are any.
But I just spoke to the curate, to the notary as well, and he said that possibly some formal error might be found, an incompetent witness, an unproved allegation or contradictory evidence. You can't be reading carefully enough.
Of course, Mother, but it's so painful.
Listen, I just met the public notary right now. It's quite true what I just said. And he also told me about some burglary which occurred in the town yesterday in broad daylight.
Burglary? In this town? Where?
It was in a flower shop in Convent Street. The whole thing was very strange. They say, this is how it happened. The shopkeeper closed his shop to go to church, where his son, perhaps it was his daughter, was to be confirmed. When he came home at about 3 o'clock, as it was for, but that doesn't matter, the shop doors were open and the flowers were missing, a large number, especially a yellow tulip, which he noticed first.
A tulip. If I'd been a daffodil, I should have been frightened.
Oh no, I'm sure it was a tulip. And now the police have the matter in hand. I mean, fancy that. Breaking in on Maundy Thursday when the children were being confirmed. Nothing but drugs. The whole town. That's why they put innocent people in prison.
Don't they suspect anybody then?
No, but he was a strange sort of thief. He took no money out of the till.
Oh, that this day were over!
And if only Nina would come home. Yes, and I heard talk of Peter's dinner yesterday. Even the Lord Lieutenant was there.
That surprises me, for Peter was always considered to be opposed to the Lord Lieutenant's party.
Then I suppose he must have changed.
He's not called Peter for nothing, it seems.
What have you got against the Lord Lieutenant?
He's an obstructor. He obstructs everything. He obstructed People's High School. He obstructed military drill for schoolboys. He wanted to forbid harness bicycles and to fine idea of holiday camps. And he has obstructed me.
I didn't understand all that, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the Lord Lieutenant made a speech, and Peter responded.
With emotion, I suppose, and denied his teacher and said, I know not the man. The cock crew again. Was not the Lord Lieutenant called Pontius with the surname Pilate?
You mustn't be so bitter, Alice. Men are men. We must put up with them as they are.
Hush. I hear Linquist coming.
You can hear him in the snow.
Yes, I hear his stick on the pavement and his leather galoshes. You'd better go, Mother.
No. Now I want to stay and tell him something.
Mother dear, please go. It will be too painful.
May the day I was born be blotted out.
Don't curse!
Were it not more just that an unrighteous man should suffer this tribulation,
Mother!
and an evil doer this misery.
Mother!
My God! Why hast thou forsaken me? And my children?
He has stopped. Perhaps he thinks it too cruel or unfitting. But I don't think he does. He who can write such terrible letters, and they were always on blue paper. And ever since I've not been able to see a blue letter without trembling.
What do you intend to say? What will you propose?
I don't know. I lost my self-assurance, my power of reasoning. Shall I fall on my knees to him and beseech him for mercy? Can you hear him? I hear nothing but the blood sing in my ear.
Let us imagine the worst. Suppose he takes everything.
Then the landlord will come and ask for a surety, which I can't get. He will want a surety since the furniture is no longer security for the rent.
He is no longer there. He's gone.
You know, Mother's resignation and indifference pains me more than her anger.
Her resignation is only a pretense or imaginary. There was something of the roaring of the lioness in her last words. Did you notice how great she was?
When I think of Linquist now, I see him as a good-natured child who only wants to frighten children. Why do I think of this so suddenly?
Thoughts come, thoughts go.
What good luck that I was not at dinner yesterday. Should certainly have made a speech attacking the Lord Lieutenant, and then I should have ruined everything for myself and for all of us. That was a great piece of luck.
There you are.
Thanks for your advice. You know you, Peter, you do.
My Peter?
I meant mine. Look, now he's back. Woe to us. Look, the giant who will devour us.
Now, hadn't we better smile as if it were a fairy tale?
I can't smile anymore.
Then look at the stick and you must laugh.
He's gone. Yes, now I can breathe, for now he will not return until tomorrow.
And tomorrow, the sun will shine. It is the eve of the day of resurrection. The snow will be gone and the birds will sing.
Go on. I see all you say.
If only you could see into my heart. If only you could see my thoughts, my good intentions, my ardent prayer. Ellis. Ellis, I want to...
What? Tell me.
I want to ask one thing of you.
Tell me.
It is a test. Bear in mind that it's a test, Ellis.
A test. A proof. So be it then.
Let me... No, I dare not. It might fail.
Why do you torment me?
I shall regret it. I know. So be it. Ellis, let me go to the concert this evening.
Which concert?
Haydn's Sieben Worte des Erlösers in the cathedral.
With whom?
Alice.
And?
Peter.
With Peter?
See, now your face darkens. I'm sorry, but it is too late.
Yes, it's rather late, but explain yourself.
I warned you that I could not give an explanation, and therefore asked you to trust me implicitly.
Go. I trust you. But it hurts me all the same that you should like to be with that traitor,
I know that, but it is a test.
which I'm not able to stand.
You must!
I want to, but I cannot. But you must go anyhow.
Your hand.
There. Hello? No answer. Hello? My own voice replies. Who's there? How strange, I hear my own words like an echo.
That happens sometimes.
Hello? This is uncanny. Now go, Christina. Without explanation, without fuss. I shall stand the test.
Do so, and all will be well with us.
I will. Why do you go that way?
My things are there. Well, goodbye for the present.
Goodbye, dear friend.
Forever.
God help us, what have I done? The police are looking for a culprit, and they discover it was me. Poor mother. Poor Ellis.
Eleanor, you must say that I did it.
Oh, you. How could you suffer another's guilt, you child?
It's easily done when you know you're innocent.
You must not tell stories.
Then let me telephone to the flower shop and tell them how it happened.
No, I have done wrong, and I must be punished with fears. I have awakened their fear in thieves, so fears will overcome me.
But if the police come?
Yes, that would be hard. Oh, that this day were over. The little clock. It stands over there. Couldn't you go a little faster? Yeah? Tick, tick, ping, ping. Now it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, ping, ping. Oh, now it's Easter Eve, and soon the sun will rise, and we will paint Easter eggs, and I'll paint on mine. Satan seeks possession of thee to sift thee like wheat, but I pray for thee.
Why do you hurt yourself so, Eleanor?
I hurt? Oh, Benjamin. Think of the flowers that have just opened up, the anemones and the snowdrops which stand there, shivering in the darkness. Think what they must suffer. The night's the worst, for they're frightened of the dark, and yet they must stand there and wait for the sun to rise. Yes, everything must suffer. And what about the birds of passage who fly in from the south? Where would they sleep tonight?
You'll sit in hollow trees, of course.
Ah, but are there enough hollow trees to go around? I've only seen 2 in the park, and in there the owls live. And you know well that owls eat small birds. Poor Ellis. He thinks Christina's left him. But I know she'll come back.
If you know, why didn't you say so?
Because Ellis must suffer. We all must suffer. For today is Good Friday, and we must remember Christ's suffering on the cross. What was that?
Don't you know?
No!
It was the police.
That was the sound they made when they came to take father away, and I was ill. And now they're coming to take me.
No, not you, Eleanor. I will defend you.
That's very noble of you, Benjamin, but you mustn't.
There are 2 of them. No, not you, Eleanor. Then I don't want to live any longer.
Sit in the chair, child. Sit in the chair. There are only 2 boys. We have little faith. To think that God could be so cruel when I only acted thoughtlessly. But I deserved it. Why did I doubt?
Till tomorrow someone will come and take the furniture.
Well, let him. We must go immediately. Leave all the stuff which Father has collected, which I've seen since I was a little girl. We must not have possessions which bind us to earth. The stony passage which we walk on with wounded feet goes up, and that is why it is toilsome.
You're tormenting yourself again, Eleanor.
Let me. Do you know what it's hardest to be parted from? It's that little clock over here. It has measured out all my hours and days. Listen, it beats just like a heartbeat. Just like a heartbeat. Do you know, it stopped when Grandfather died, for we had it even then. Goodbye, little clock. May you stop again soon. Do you know, it used to go quickly when things were bad for us, so that they wouldn't last long. And when things went well for us, it slowed right down so that we might enjoy them more. That was a kind clock. But we also had an unkind clock, and that's in the kitchen now. It used to hate music. Whenever Ellis would play the piano, it would always strike. Everybody noticed it, not just I. And that's why it was stay in the kitchen, for it was naughty. Lena doesn't like it either. She says it makes too much noise at night time, and you can't cook eggs by them because they always come out hot-boiled, and they're laughing.
What else can I do?
You must be serious, Benjamin. You're a nice boy, but you must be serious.
Oh, but you talk so funnily that I can't help smiling. And why should we always cry?
If we cannot weep in the vale of sorrow, then when then can we weep? You would like to smile all day long, and that's why you've suffered. I only like you when you're serious, Benjamin. Remember that?
Do you think we shall come through all this, Eleanor?
Yes. Once Good Friday has gone, most of it will go, but some will stay. Today, but tomorrow, Easter eggs. Today, snow. Tomorrow, fall. Today, death. Tomorrow, resurrection.
How wise you are.
Yes. The weather is clearing up. The snow is melting. It smells of melting snow even in here. And tomorrow, the violets will come out against the south-facing walls. How the clouds are lifting. I can feel it in my breathing. How well I know when the heavens are open. Benjamin, I want God to see us.